Daryl, after progressing in the FA Cup, we now turn our attentions back to the league, and it's another Tuesday night away trip this time to Aldershot. It's going to be another tough test, isn't it?
No, it'll be very tough. Yeah, we know it'll be difficult going there. They've obviously had the weekend off. They obviously lost last week with Torquay, so they've had a week of, I'm sure, getting ready for this game. So they've got some good players, which we know in the FA, and people like that ilk. They're very good performers at this level. Coleman's got lots of goals from centre back. Vincent's a terrific little player midfield for them as well. So we know it'll be a tough game, but it's one that we're looking forward to go and perform.
And they have been in good form, winning 3 out of the last 4. I mean, their last fixture was a bit of a hammering, unfortunately, for them. They're going to have a point to prove after that game, aren't they?
I think so, yeah, at home as well. I think they've had a difficult time as a club, but he lost the manager then in Mark Moulding, and Terry Brown did it for a couple of games and he stepped out. So they've obviously got something they've got to sort out there, but we know that on the pitch 11v11, every game of this league is tough and we have to be about our business on Tuesday night.
I know you just mentioned taking charge. Terry Brown took charge for a little bit. He's actually their director of football, if I'm right in saying. Now Ross McNeely's been in the role for a few games. How do you think he's done it? Do you see a different look to this Aldershot side to the one a few months ago?
I think it's very difficult to change them in such a short amount of time. I think in the game where they won 3 in a row before the Torquay game, they had people like Partington back in the team. It makes a big difference in terms of the level of experience and quality he's got on the pitch. They obviously lost him during the Torquay game. I'm not sure if he's back fit. And normally when a manager changes, there is a reaction for a period. We've seen that over the years at every level that happens. So I'm sure if Ross does take the job, he'll have to really stamp his authority in the group. But it's very early days for them.
I know you mentioned they've had a longer recovery time than us. Obviously they didn't have an FA Cup game the weekend. Do you think that'll play a part? I'm thinking obviously we're going to have a little bit more sharpness potentially, but they've had that longer time to just have a bit of juice in the legs.
Yeah, I think that they've had from close of play last Tuesday against Torquay, they've been able to have a focus on us probably for a week, but we've had to have obviously a game in between, that we've got to focus on the tough game going to late, and we've had a recovery day and a prep day today for tomorrow night, so they've had a bit more of that, but you're used to this league. I don't think it'll make any difference tomorrow night, to be perfectly honest with you.
And just looking back on Saturday, you were delighted with the performance of your side. What have you said to the lads this morning?
Keep going. I think if we look at our last block of games, if we go back 6, 7, 8 games, I think probably taking the Halifax performance out, which wasn't great from us. I think the rest of it we've been very, very good. Whether we won or draw, I think we've performed really, really well. I think the last 3 games, all defensively, we've been excellent. I think we've shown real resilience, real desire to block shots and stop crosses, and we have to continue on the same vein. Everyone knows who we're missing and all that kind of stuff, but we've still got a good group of players here, and obviously tomorrow night as well we get Smarty back and we get Aaron Blair back and we get Ty Johnson back as well, so that will thicken our squad up as well.
That was literally my next question, talk about them 3 players, and obviously they were cup ties so they couldn't play on the weekend. It's going to be good for the to have them back within the squad, isn't it? It's just a lot more competition to potentially bring off the bench or even start.
Yeah, definitely come off the bench to start. I think Moose had to start Saturday, he put in a really, really good performance. Everyone did play Saturday, to be fair, but I think Moose has been one that you look at. We wanted to get him into the team. I thought he did a really good showing. He's a little bit stiff today, but I'm sure he'll come tomorrow night and be ready to go ahead. And
just finally, our support recently has been impressive, and the fans have really got behind the players. That's really important, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big part of this football club, I think, to be honest. I think the club's always had that strong fan base with the affiliation to the players, and I think what the fans are probably saying is that they all recognise what we've had happen to us this season in terms of the players that we've lost, and it's difficult when that happens to them, but they've got right behind the players. They can see the players giving everything, which they are. And I think long may they continue on, we can move to the table.